Hi everybody. I don't have a project to make today, but I did want to just do a little bit of show and tell. Um, I've been rearranging my craft room and got some new storage. So everything is sort of discombobulated in here. Um, but I did get some happy mail in the last, I don't know, week and a half or so. I'll tell you, I'll just start with my Not Too Shabby. So this is the brand new, I just bought this at one time, but this is Not Too Shabby's paper pad. It's like the monthly subscription plan, but I just did it as one time. And the reason that I got this is I don't know, a few months ago when she came out with the PET tapes, I bought the watermelon. And I know I've shown it to you before, but I'm going to grab it again here. Because I actually know right where it is. She says. Okay, that's not it. And that's not it. And that's not it. Okay, maybe I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah. It's right there in front of my face. Okay. Sorry, I had to run to the other side of my desk to get this. So, this is the watermelon tape. I forget what it's actually called. You can tell I've used a bunch of it. And those are just the prettiest little stickers. Which is why I have some other PET tape, which I really love. The images are gorgeous, but of course you have to fussy cut them out. And then, gosh, quite some time ago, I bought this paper that she had. And I have made quite a few cards with this, and I still have a bunch of this paper. And it's watermelon themed, really pretty colors. And Jamie just came out with this. You can see all the ephemera in this package and everything on the Not Too Shabby on her channel. So I'm not going to pull all that stuff out. But I have not yet opened this. Of course, I say that. You can probably see this paper on there too. But hey, I'm not even going to try to save this. I'm going to rip it up anyway. So she came out with these two new summertime watermelon papers. I love them. I love the colors. And quite a long time ago, it was after I bought this paper pad. Brutus Monroe had a watermelon slice stencil. But at the time, either they didn't have the die in stock, so you can do the stenciling, and then they have a die that you can cut some of the little watermelon slices out. They either didn't have it or something. Well, I found it on Brutus Monroe clearance, so I also have that to go with all these products. And I hope you'll excuse my voice. I'm having trouble with my throat and ear. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. pulling stuff out the bottom, so I'm going to get these scissors and we're going to go through these pretty quickly. Wow, I still have the light coming in the window here. Okay. And let's just take a quick peek at these. This is Watermelon Summer. All her papers are double-sided, and now hers don't come in the pad. They're loose, which I love because then you don't have to try to get the gummy stuff from the pads off. So let's see if I can zoom in a little more. Oh, wrong way. Nope. So aren't those lovely? So there's that. Somebody's meowing like crazy in there. This is pretty, and you could use that for a non-watermelon themed card. Beautiful, almost a watercolor look to all of these. More watermelon slices. And a nice check. That looks like a slice of watermelon with the rind. I love the watermelon hearts. More red check and watermelons and butterflies. That's pretty. Those are some pretty papers. And then I'm just going to show this one real quick. This is Summer Slice. And again, a nice check with watermelons. I love the seeds. I saw Tracy Fear do a card and she used this paper. I forget which other one she used. Oh, look at the gnomes. Ooh, some great fussy cutting. More watermelon slices, wedges. That's a pretty paper. Boy, you know, you could use this for a Christmas card. A lighter color, more of a pink than a red. So I think I am just going to make like maybe some Hello Friend cards with these papers or sunshine cards, things like that to send out. And I have not sent out any of my cards this month. I have a friend who's about to have a birthday. Have I made her card yet? No, I have not. So anyway, that was my paper pattern. I don't know what he's meowing about. And then some of you may know Crafty Meraki is going out of business. It's very sad. I'm always sad to see a craft company go. So I went on the site and I just bought a few things, not much. I think this die is more like a piercing plate. It's a cover plate. I don't know if you can see that background. So see, that just puts that pierced pattern in your paper. I really like this because I think it'll do double duty as a cover plate and also to use the little cutout pieces, the flowers. Anyway, and then I just bought 2 stencils because I love the geometric patterns. So, and I don't believe I have any patterns like either one of these, sort of zigzaggy. And then I got a few embellishments that were really pretty. I like the jars. And I thought about buying a few more, but her embellishments, they sold out really quick, which I'm not surprised. These tiny ones, super pretty butterflies, sort of green and blue. Of course, all these want to come out upside down. Oh, and I have the FedEx driver is pulling up out front. I bought a new Kallax unit, which is part of my craft room redo. And then I bought one insert to go in it. And then more little butterflies that are sort of pink and purple. It doesn't want to really focus there. They're very pretty. And then she sent me a free shaker tag kit. So that, I think that's going to be pretty. A little birdhouse, cloud, sun, some sentiment. So I'll be making that. And then I got some really happy mail over here. This is from J. Thomas, Craft by J. Isn't that a lovely card? And he was really sweet. He just said, it's just a thank you for some tips on the Lineco glue, which is my favorite. And it's so funny. When I first started making cards again, I was getting, wasn't the art glitter glue, I can't remember which one it was I was using. Then I found out about Bearly Arts, and I used that for a while. Betty Penny uses this. Well, this is what we use at the library for book repair. So I switched to this. It's a lot less expensive, and it is just as good as any glue, I believe, out there on the market. So anyway, that's what I buy now. And he also sent me this. It's like a little ATC. Isn't that cute? And I don't know, I didn't see him make this. I'm not sure if this is pattern paper, this yellow, or if he made that. Because that looks similar to something I saw Sean Manley at Manly Made Minute do with rubber bands, which I'm going to try. And then, last but not least, I wanted to go ahead and open this. This is the main reason I decided to go ahead and do a video tonight. So I think I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. How come my zoom isn't working? There we go. I don't know why it didn't want to work. So I got this from Desiree over at Include a Thank You. She has a Podia membership, which if you go to Include a Thank You, look at some of her live replays, and you can find out all about it. Wow. Okay. So she sent me a thank you, and I do the paid level. I think there's just one free and then a paid, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, wow. Look, she did this with, I love her handwriting. She did this with torn paper strips, like from the paper she used in the journals. So she took scraps, and that is an awesome card. Wow. And then in here we have, ooh, look at this. Oh my gosh. So she gave me, look at all the ephemera. So, well, this video might be longer than I thought. Let me set that aside. We'll look at some of this. Oh, these are really cool. So I can use these to put tucks and things in, well, you'll see. Look at this. This is a freaking ton of ephemera. And she cut all this out. A lot of this, I think, she fussy cut. Maybe she used her scanning cut or something for it. But that's still a lot of work, even if you just stand there and do this in a scanning cut. So it's all sort of Poe themed. Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, I love that. Birds. Feather quills. All kinds of books. There are sentiments here. I did see some more sentiment. There's just a ton of stuff. Wish I could zoom in better. So lanterns, all kinds of things. More books, mirrors, eyeglasses, or cloches. Oh, look at that. I love that. So anyway, this whole envelope just full of all sorts of goodies. That is so awesome. And I'll just slide them back in here without too much trouble. Wow. Then let's see. Aha, and here is the star of this show. So she gifted me this journal. I was so thrilled. She made two and let me take my choice, and I couldn't decide which of the two I wanted. So I literally flipped a coin. And the one I got was this poetry. This is so fitting. My mother was a member of something called the Penwomen Society, and she wrote poetry. So I thought that was just so funny to flip a coin, and this is it was just the one I was meant to have. Look at all the stuff on the front here. Can you see that? That is so awesome. I love the way she did that. The back, she puts that plate there with her name logo on it. And I got to see her make them over on Podia. Well, I almost hate to untie them because I'll never get them back as pretty, but I'm going to be using this. I'm going to do a quick flip through. The papers she used are gorgeous. I think these might be from Pink Monarch Prints. I'm not positive. I can't remember right offhand, but there's all kinds of pockets and tucks. Look at these tags. So pretty. Isn't that lovely? Oh my gosh, look at this one. And that's funny because that K stands right out on here, and my maiden name starts the K. So that's right there in the center where it should be. Camera lens. This is just so awesome. Journaling pages. Pages where I can put keepsakes. And somewhere I have a stack of things already to put in here. And since I'm taking things apart, I don't know where they are. I mean, I love these paper bags. So I will probably just cut a thin sliver here so that makes to make a pocket out of that. Another beautiful tag and tucks. Pocket. Love the torn paper. I love that lantern. I don't know why. I mostly think the colors really appeal to me. But that's a beautiful image. Music sheets, more tucks. This may be, hang on a second, let me undo this. Ah, this is an envelope. Wow. That's too gorgeous to use. But I'll be putting little keepsakes in there. I mean, it's too gorgeous to use like for a mailing envelope, but for my journal envelope, it's perfect. All different size tags. You can use these tags for keepsakes, put pictures on them, little pocket photos if you wanted to. Make little notes on them. I love dangles in journals. I've seen Bitty Penny do lots of dangles. Well, and Desiree too. Look at that. I'm not going to pull out everything, but we'll show you. I mean, you can just do so much when you do journals. You can get lost in it when you're doing journals. Sorry, I guess I had that a little too close to the camera. Paper clip there. It's another tiny envelope. So that's just one signature. This has 3 signatures in it. All kinds of tags and tucks. I love the nice touches that she gives them. I've made several journals. I'm not good at all the decoration. I'm always so unsure about where to put what and how much to put in. Look, that's a double pocket there. Triple pocket. Triple. Don't want that to fall out. Oh, look at this tuck here. That is pretty. And she just has such a good eye for putting together like the different papers and ephemera and make it look so pretty. Another beautiful envelope here. It's a little paper bag tuck at the top. I love these things because you can put all kinds of little keepsakes and tickets and receipts and various things in these pockets. And you can use these to make like notes on your keepsakes, like what it is and the date, where it came from. Ooh, look at that. So I am absolutely so thrilled with this. a bookmark to keep your place in your journal as you go along. So, oh, why is that not focusing? Focus. There we go. So anyway, I'm just so happy, thrilled, beyond words, to get this gift. I mean, this is so generous. These papers, y'all, are absolutely beautiful. And you know, anytime if you're using this like for a writing journal, you can always like write on another piece of paper and staple it or glue it in on another page if you wanted to. But this is awesome, just awesome. So much attention to detail in here. So that's my video for tonight. It's about time for me to go take my shower. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. This started as just like a little sore spot in the back of my throat. Like you know how you get a mouth ulcer. That's kind of what it. But then it started feeling like somebody is stabbing me in my ear. So I decided I better go to the doctor, and we'll see what he says. But anyway, thanks for listening to me. Thanks for watching. Looking at my Happy Mail with me. I was so excited to share that journal. Super excited to get it. Check out Desiree's channel at Include a Thank You. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.